Fast money, women, and my life. So, made this video called Breaking the Spell of Dr. Malachi York. Now, if you go back and you look at that video on my old channel called Langston 2092, you'll see how emotional I was. I mean, I made that video out of anger because I felt like I was done wrong, that there was an injustice done to me. I felt like I wasted my years, my time and effort, money, all of that into an organization that really was a cult. And at that point in time when I did that video, I really felt like a jackass. I mean, Langston 2092. How can Langston 2092 be tricked, deceived, and fooled? But I was. And I had to eat that. So I put the video out, uploaded it. The numbers went up. I had a whole lot of comments that was full of encouragement. People, ex-Nubians commenting saying, yo, I've been through the same thing. I understand where you're coming from. And then I had some current Nubians that was like, you're a liar. The master teacher is who he is. And you can't, say anything bad about him because there's nothing bad to be said. Hey, whatever. So, I get a text from a brother that has a bigger platform than me. He wants to use my video called Breaking the Spell of Dr. Malachi York. And that brother was Sinetta. So I'm thrilled. I'm like, wow, man, it's my time to shine. And I'm geeked. But then I pause for a second. Because I know how Sinetta gets down. I know that Sinetta sees opportunity. I know Sinetta sees a pot of gold. So I said to myself, hey, listen, that's cool if you want to use my video, but you're going to have to give me something. So I text Sinetta back and I said, yo, listen, I don't mind you using my video, just as long as these are under my conditions, just as long as you don't edit it and chop it up. You let them know who I am. You let them know what I do. The end. And what I do is, I'm a poet, I'm an author, I'm an MC, I'm a ghostwriter. You properly introduce me and don't use me. And guess what? I'm not gonna curse. I'm not gonna use the N-word. That brother never responded back. So I knew that he had malicious intentions. That's why I don't mess with the conscious community. You see, let me tell you something about this whole series if y'all don't understand what I've been trying to say. Yeah, true indeed, it's funny. You could laugh, you could cry. It's entertainment. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to do for yourself. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to take your life in your own hands. And if you don't, if you rely on others, if you allow others to control your life, you will fail. Because other people have other intentions for your life than you do. Do you understand? Do you understand that I'm picking up the pieces? And I had to put them all back together again. I went through Christianity. I went through being a Nuwabian. I've been through a cult. Do you understand how deep that is? I was in a cult. I was a follower. I never listened to myself. I never listened to that inner voice that was inside my head telling me right from wrong. No, it wasn't Jesus Christ. No, it wasn't God. It wasn't the Holy Ghost. It wasn't none of those things. It was me, myself, and I. So I walked away from the conscious community. I walked away from Nuwapu. I walked away from religion. I walked away from everything. Politics, you name it. And I started to do some soul searching. And I found me. And once I found me, I knew exactly what I had to do to correct all my problems in life. And I started all over again. And true indeed, it has been a battle. Because now I know the secrets to a better life. And I have a brother named Pretty Ricky to help me. I have my life experiences to help me. And the secret is not even a secret. It's the obvious. You invest in yourself. And you make sure you have yourself covered. You see, my grandfather, I remember, I never forget it. And I have to, I have the number, and I'm gonna call him. But I'll never forget it. He showed me the bonds he had for me. This was in the 80s. And I never cashed those bonds. And my grandfather died, so I don't know where those bonds are at. Got land in Anubis. Land. Once you own land, you pretty much set. Stop it. Stop it with this conscious community BS. Stop it with this black power BS. You know what a black power is? Do you know where it's at? It's in money. It's in economics. That's where real black power is at. Because if you think that you're going to if you think that you're going to conquer the so-called beast physically, you a fool. I remember I had a friend, right? I'm not going to mention his name, but he had an African name. He wear dashikis and all of that. He was part of an African organization and all of that. And he was young, wet between the ears, however the saying goes. You know what I'm saying? Wet behind the ears. This man said, I've been to Africa 3-4 times, right? Okay, cool. I've never been. But he was like, man, in a couple of years, we're going to be free. Are you a fool? Are you a fool? Do you know that the South Africans are killing Nigerians? Do you know that there's turmoil in Africa? Do you know that the Chinese are buying up Africa? Do you know that the East Indians are buying up Africa as well as the Europeans? It took me a long time. It took me a long time to realize this. That the fight is an individual fight. It's an individual fight, my brothers and sisters. You have to get your life right and stop focusing on everybody else. How can you help people out? Do you understand? I've been trying to help people out for years, all my life. And look what I got, nothing. Until I started trying to fight for my life. Until I started trying to help myself out. Now I'm building. Now I can see a change in my life. Because I invested in myself. Can't nobody fool me or trick me anymore. Because I love myself too much for anyone to take advantage of me. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the end of fast money, women in my life. This is the end. This is the birth of Langston 2092. self-motivation, self-control, empowerment. Empower yourself. That's what it's about. Isn't that what they teach in the conscious community? It's not like I'm rearing off that. I'm just telling you, take all that knowledge that you learned and apply it. Because now is not the time to be putting your book in the nose. Excuse me, your nose in a book. It's time to apply that knowledge that you learned all these years. Period. You're too fascinated in these teachers, these ghetto teachers, these people don't even have degrees. And I'm not saying you need a degree, a college degree, in order to be a teacher. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they pseudo. Like it's cool if you a teacher and you don't have a degree, but you're pseudo on top of that. You're lying to the people with some truth in it, and y'all gonna fall for that BS. This is the end. This is it for me. I will no longer follow. I will forever be a leader. My name is Langston 2092. The only reason why I'm going to come out with this next series called Confessions of an Ex-Alcoholic is because I know that there's a lot of drinkers out there. I know that there's a lot of potential alcoholics out there. And I want to tell my story. I want to get all of this negativity out. And once it's done, it's done. So I'll be coming out with another series called Confessions of an Ex-Alcoholic. I don't know exactly when, but it'll be sometime this week. Look forward to it. Another series I'll be coming out with is either I'm going to call it Reliving the 90s, or Living in the 90s, where I will talk about, you know, different events and different things that happened in the 90s that, you know, for you millennials, you all were not there. So it will be an experience for you all, you know. Like I've been through the style, fashion, and all the rest of that. I remember the high top fades, the Gumbies, you know, the bell bottom pants, the list goes on. You know, Kwame with polka dot silk shirts, button up shirts, and yo man, I got stories for days, you know what I'm saying? So look out for those two series. Other than that, Fast Money, Women in My Life, it's over. This is the birth of Langston 2092. Much love. One.